Broke the girl's arm the last time we played it. Okay. Oh, I can. Absolutely can. How would you call playing cheap? So apparently word moving down the grapevine. So apparently the word moving down the grapevine is that the Grand Rapids coach is already flashing around about how physical we are, and that we broke the girl's arm the last time we played. Good afternoon, Spuds Country. This is the Backdoor Championship game. Your Moorhead Spuds are set to take on the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning. Winner of this game moves on to the state tournament. Losers' season will come to a close. Warm-ups are complete. Pucks are being picked up. Quick rundown from the weekend. On Saturday, your Moorhead Spuds took on the Coon Rapids Champlain Park and won that game 9-2, advancing on to the semifinals against Centennial Spring Lake Park. Moorhead took the victory there and went up to battle Brainerd this morning, but lost in the final action by a final of 3-1. Grand Rapids moved their way through the brackets by defeating Elk River on Friday, but fell to Brainerd on Saturday morning. Over to the consolation bracket, they played again against Centennial Spring Lake Park this morning. That brings us to this afternoon's game between Grand Rapids Greenway and your Moorhead Spuds. Let's jump in for introductions.
Number 6, Talia Little. Number 7, Van Hendrickson. Number 8, Haley Swenson. Number 10, Brooke Lee. Number 11, Breland Carter. Number 12, Sienna Lee. Number 13, Breland
teams take to the ice, and take their laps. Grand Rapids gathers down in the corner. Starting in goal for Moorhead is going to be number 33, Dakota Kopke from Lakeville. On the blue line will be number 7, Nevaeh Hendrickson, and number 18, Kaylin Ekren. Up front, it's going to be number 8, Haley Swenson, and number 13, Braylon Everett. Centering it up will be number 10, Brooke Lane. Puck is down. We are underway. Right away, down into the Brainerd or into the Grand Rapids zone. Everett will carry it. She'll have it knocked free back behind the net. Lane, shot, blocked in traffic. Out in front of the net, Lane with the pickup, goes just wide of the net. Sent down into the corner. It'll be handled by Wishard and carried back around behind the net. Ekren near side, shot, blocked in traffic by Carlson. It'll end up over on the far side with Lane. Held up by Swenson, over to Everett. Centering pass goes right in front of Lane and just wide of the net. Ticked down into the far side corner. It's going to be carried out by Stobzak and held in by Lane. Lane, shot. Glove knocked down by Christie. Puck is finally going to be sent out by the Lightning. That one will go the length of the ice and get called back on icing. 13:52 to go. First pitch free. It'll be carried around back behind the Lightning net by Trombley. Shirley, near side boards. Ticked down into the corner and gathered up there by Ava Neurer from the Lightning. She puts on the brakes back behind the net, sends it off the wall. Lovejoy is there to turn it back the other direction. Neurer will pick it up along the near side boards and flip it out to center. Shirley brings it in hard and fast off the wall on the far side. Drops it back to Hockett. Trombley back behind the net. He picked up by Larson. She puts the brakes on and goes the other direction. Held up far side by Lee. Sent out in the length of the ice by Cole. And that one again will be called back on icing. .1249. Face-off will be far side between Lane and Stobzak. Up to Hendrickson. Across to Ekren. Ekren, top of the slot. Puck comes free. Down to Everett. Bottom. Gets turned over into the corner. Everett tries to send it up to Ekren. It's going to be intercepted by Earhart and taken the other direction. Cross ice goes all the way onto the far side boards. It'll be picked up there by Forrest and taken down into the corner. Centering pass turned away by Hendrickson. Wrap around is going to be intercepted by Lane. She'll have it along the near side boards. Spuds look to clear. It'll be Ekren down in the far side corner. Bounces it off the wall. It'll be picked up there by Earhart. Held up back behind the net. Lane steps in. Breaks free from Marsh. But Hockett is going to come away with it near side. Up and off the wall to Lane. Flipped right back out to center by Neurer. Ekren inside her own end to Carter. Carter to Lane. Lane, side of the slot, gets separated from the puck. Larson will have it back behind the net. Up to center will be Cole, near side. Little steps over, breaks it loose. Goes all the way around behind the net and onto the far side wall. where it gets turned back the other direction. Straight around behind the net. Centering pass comes all the way up to Larson, who puts the shot on Kotke, and she's going to glove that one up and hold this game at 0. 11 minutes, 2 ticks. One shot on goal by Grand Rapids so far. Faceoff goes to the far side between Shirley and Stobzak. By that time, it'll be Hockett, Stobzak, ref toss Shirley. Puck controlled by the Spuds, sent the length of the ice. It'll be picked up just inside the Grand Rapids zone by Carlson. Along the near side boards, Earhart out to center. Goes kind of flat. Forrest has to come back and pick it up. Along the red line, far side, Shirley will have it. Drives it in, puts it off the side of the net. Rebound will be picked up by the Lightning. Up to center. Shot taken from the blue line by Cole will go right into the glove of Kotke. Face-off will go to the far side of the Moorhead end. Spuds are wearing their black travel sweaters with the orange and white trim. Grand Rapids Greenway is wearing their white home sweaters with the orange and green trim. Face-off controlled by Grand Rapids. Shot from the far side from Larson is picked off by Lane in front of the net. Lane takes it down the other way. She'll have it poke checked away and onto the boards. Tries to center it up. It gets cleared back out by the Lightning. Akron will have it inside of her own zone. Cross ice to Everett. Everett dumps it into the zone. It gets sent the other direction by Larson and then thrown all the way down into the Moorhead end. Swenson along the near side board is able to strip it away and kick it out to center. We'll go cross ice from Carlson to Wishard and into the Moorhead zone and be turned right back out by Hendrickson. Along the near side boards, Carlson picked off by Earhart. Little breaks Earhart free. Lane is going to come away with it up and off the boards. It's going to be flipped back the other direction and sent all the way down in by Forrest. No icing. It'll end up back behind the Moorhead net. Little up and off the glass to Swenson. Swenson tries to drop it back. It'll be intercepted by Earhart, who will put the shot on Kotke that goes wide of the net and into the near side corner. Lovejoy sends it out to center. Handled there by Forrest. Forrest dumps it into the zone. And Lightning will be offside. 8:56, Goose Eggs for a score. 2 shots to none in favor of Grand Rapids. Face-off goes to the far side, just outside of the Moorhead end. Trombley and Shirley to square up. Shirley wins the draw, drops it back to Little, ahead to Hockett, center ice. Hockett has a poke checked away, cleared right back out by Neurer. That one's going to go the length of the ice and get called back on icing. So down into the Grand Rapids end will go. On the far side, the face-off will happen. Shirley and Forrest. Puck is handled by Hockett. Centering pass, backhand shot from Shirley is kicked away by Christie. Out to center ice. It'll be carried into the Moorhead zone by Cole. She tries for the shot, can't get it away. Puck comes loose and down into the corner. Little comes away with it on the far side. Tries to clear, held in by Stobzak. Stripped away by the Spuds. Shirley, near side, hard and fast. Takes the shot, and that one will get covered up by Christie. And with that shot, we are now tied at 2. 8:07, no score. Face-off comes to the near side. Controlled by the Spuds. Kicked over onto the near side wall. Sent out to center. It'll be Ekron who sends it back up to Everett. Picked off by Earhart down into the zone, near side. Top of the slot shot, kick save, Kotke. Goes down into the corner on the far side. Earhart will come away with it. Earhart dancing it back and forth behind the net. Lane comes away with it. Lane, far side, out through center. She brings it into the center with Everett. Drives the zone, takes a shot. Buds are on the board first. 7:28 is the time. Moorhead goes up 1-0. Everett and Lane. Everett with the pickup rebound goal. Face off out at center will be between Trombley and Lane. To Hendrickson, up to Everett, back into the zone. She drives traffic. Lee will have it. Puck goes back behind the net. Picked up by Everett, flipped up on the backside of the net. Ref whistles it dead. Face off near side between Shirley and Stobzak. It's going to be controlled by Grand Rapids. Carlson back behind her own net. Thrown out to center. Earhart all the way down into the corner, but it's going to get called back on icing before she can get to it. She was trying to play deep with the pass out, but the pass was just a little bit too far in front of her. She couldn't get a handle on it. Face off again. We'll come back to the near side of the Grand Rapids zone. This time it'll be Stobzak and Shirley. Kicked out to center by Earhart. All the way down to the other end. That one is going to get called back on ice. That one's not going to get called back on icing, even though it outran everybody. So play will continue. Shirley, near side, out through center. Will have it knocked free by Trombley. Kicked out to center and back down in. Spuds will be offside. Face-off will come to the near side, just outside of the Lightning end. Trombley and Lane to match up. Will be dumped down in to Neuer in the cross ice and then turned out to center. Swenson backhand. Neuer will end up with it. She's going to kick it all the way into the Moorhead end. Ekron will have to go get it back behind the Spuds net. Puck loose, top of the slot. Poke checked away by Hendrickson. Shot from Marsh from the side, goes off the side of the cage. Wrap around by Marsh, goes over the top of the crease. Going back the other direction, it's 2-on-1. Everett and Lane. Everett gets another one. .557. Buds are up 2-0. Face off at center will be Stobzak and Shirley. Shirley is going to win the draw. She'll kick it ahead. It'll be controlled by Carlson from Grand Rapids. Over to Stobzak, dumped into the zone. Held up in the near side corner. It'll be Retzer who goes and gets it. Fought battled for by Retzer and Earhart. Puck will be sent back behind the net. Retzer, near side board. She's all alone. Carried out to center. Earhart comes over and picks it loose. Backed into the Spud zone. Stolen away by Lovejoy. She looks to set up shop back behind her own net. Little near side. Gets tripped up. Puck comes free. Will end up with Lovejoy, who was able to clear it out to center. Head along the far side. Boards by Wishart. Stolen away by Shirley. Shirley bringing it in. 2-on-1. She goes for the high shot. Goes off of Christie up into the air. Shirley ends up with her own rebound. It comes back to Retzer at the top of the slot, who kicks it into the near side corner. And Carlson will be able to clear it out to center. Right to the stick of Eckert. Eckert shot. Save made by Christie. It'll get steered over into the far side corner by Carlson. Cleared out to center. Handled by Hockett right in front of her own bench. Taken into the zone by Marsh. And the Lightning will end up offside. Faceoff will be far side of the neutral zone, just outside the Moorhead end, between Trombley and Lane. Lane is able to win the draw. She drops it back to Lee. Lee brings it in on the near side. Puck is loose right out front of the net. Went 5-hole on Christie. Puck is still loose in the crease. It gets finally cleared over to the far side wall. Hendrickson sends it across. Everett just about had the backdoor shot. And Grand Rapids is going to be able to clear it. Eckert, Lane, far side. Has it poke checked away by Trombley. It'll end up in the corner. Puck comes loose in the slot, taking the other direction. Sent out through center, and that one's going to go all the way down to the other end and get called back on icing. Spuds are now dominating 10-4 on shots and leading 2-0. 3:43 to go in the first. Face off near side is going to be again controlled by the Spuds. It'll be with Lovejoy. Backhanded down to Hockett. Hockett tries to center it up. It's going to be turned away by the Lightning and taken the other direction by Earhart. Earhart near side, can't get the shot away. Lovejoy steps across and touches it up. And the Spuds are going to be headed to the box. Lovejoy for, I'm guessing, holding. So at 3:25, Mari Lovejoy will be headed to the box for 2 minutes for interference. Face-off will go to the far side of the Spud zone. Controlled by Hockett to Shirley. Stolen away by Trombley. Centering pass blocked by Hendrickson. Trombley across to Carlson. Down to Forrest. Kicked over into the corner. Hockett and Forrest fight for it. It'll end up with Earhart back behind the net. She'll set up shop, looking for the centering pass, takes the shot. It'll go off the side and be kicked away by Kopke. The Spuds are going to throw it out to center. Grand Rapids will come running back in offside. Minute 15 left in their power play. Don't run! Don't run! Lane and Stobzak just outside the Moorhead end on the near side. It's going to be controlled by Little. Stolen away by Forrest. Dumped into the near side corner. It's going to take the roll all the way around onto the far side and be turned the other direction by Earhart. Earhart and Everett fight for it back behind the net. It'll be handled by Forrest near side and sent the other direction. Turned out through center. It's going to go all the way down into the Grand Rapids end. Be handled by Lane once it's cleared out. Driven down and in. Backhand. Kick save made by Christie. Where's the call? Out through center. Puck comes free. Little's going to have it. 32 seconds left on the power play. Flipped up into the air. It'll be handled by Swenson. Swenson cross ice. It's going to be picked off by Trombley and taken the other direction. Trombley takes a shot that would have gone high over Kotke, but it went right into her glove. She's going to keep this game at a goose egg for Grand Rapids. Minute 43, first period, 18 seconds to go on the Grand Rapids power play. Face-off will be far side between Wishart and Shirley. Shirley wins the draw, sends it down into the corner. It'll be picked up back behind the net by Marsh and sent out to Larson near side. Back down into the corner, back behind the net. Over to the far side, shot right into the glove of Kotke. And the Spuds will be back at full strength. Face-off, far side, Moorhead end will be handled between a Gunderman and Shirley this time. Sent onto the far side wall. Shot is going to be blocked by Ekron. It landed up on the side of the net, was kicked free. Play will continue. No. To Marsh. Into the corner. Hendrickson. Centering pass. Rebound was loose, got kicked wide of the net, and the Spuds come away with it. Strand out to center, trying for Hockett. It was blocked away. Handled by Gunderman near side. Hendrickson out through center. It's going to be turned back the other direction by Larson. 35 seconds to go, first period. Stobzak. Strand comes away with it. To Everett. Gets knocked free, back out to center. Little. Over to Strand. Strand had to touch it up before she jumped into the box, so they didn't have too many men on the ice. Down into the Moorhead zone, it's going to be Earhart puts the shot on Kotke that goes off the pipe. Little will have it near side out at center. Drives down in, and the buzzer's going to sound, and that's going to do it for the first. Your Moorhead Spuds are currently up 2-0 and leading 11 to 8 on shots. We're going to take a real quick break, and we'll get going with the second. Minutes in the books 30 minutes to go. Your Moorhead Spuds are leading 2-0 over the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning. Puck is down in the second and controlled by Grand Rapids. Stolen away by Everett down to the far side corner and taken right back by Forrest back behind the net. Earhart near side. Drives down into the corner, tries to center it up. It's going to be intercepted by Little. And I believe Forrest will fight for it far side. Back behind the Moorhead net, Lane, Lee, Shirley, Cole. Slap shot from the point by Wishart is knocked down in traffic. Wishart gets a rebound. Again knocked down in traffic. Earhart tries from the near side that goes through the crease and all the way across into the far side corner. Earhart is going to have it. Shot from the far side by Carlson. Goes around back behind the net. Picked up back behind the net by Little. Flipped up into the air. Onto the near side boards by Wishart. Wishart will have it. Lane comes over to help. Cleared out to center. Lane is going to take it the other direction. She takes the shot that'll go right into the glove of Christie. Face off a go far side or near side between Trombley and Shirley. Controlled by the Spuds. Hendrickson onto the near side boards. Hockett tries for the shot, has it blocked away in traffic. Shirley is there at the top of the slot to hold it in. Picked up back behind the net by Larson. Stolen away by Grand Rapids. Turned out through center. That one's going to go the length of the ice. Cole apparently is going to get there before it was called back on icing, so play will continue. Got it back behind the net. It'll be Stobzak, or Cole, excuse me. Centering pass is going to be turned away by Hendrickson. Hendrickson out through center, down into the Grand Rapids zone. It'll be picked up along the near side by Larson and flipped right back out to center. Hendrickson backhands off the wall to Shirley. Shirley to Hockett. Hockett cross ice to Everett. Everett tries for the shot. You get knocked down by Neurer. Rebound comes loose. Puck is loose in the crease. And it's going to be sent off the near side boards and back out to the center. Little to Shirley. Shirley drives his zone near side. Drops it off for Hockett. We can't get a handle on it. It's going to be taken the other direction by Forrest. Forrest down in, takes a shot, kick save made, puck loose in the slot, backhand, big awful save by Kotke. We'll end up back behind the net with Forrest. And the wraparound is going to find its way in. And Grand Rapids is on the board. Two-one Moorhead leads 15-13 in favor of Moorhead. 11:41 to go here in the second. Grand Rapids has broke the ice and has got their number on the board. Swenson near side. Fights for it with Marsh. Swenson comes away with it, tries to send it across, goes off the skate of Cole, comes right back to Swenson, and the Spuds will run in offside. Face-off, near side. Controlled by the Spuds. Lane has it, brings it in on the near side. She gets taken down by the back of the helmet, no call.
Number 14,
Pocket centering pass intercepted. And we've got a whistle. And I'm not entirely sure. Okay, it's going to be number 15, Lily Wishart. Going to the box for checking. Refs are conferring down in the far side corner. Face-off will go to the far side of the Grand Rapids zone. Shirley and Wishart to square off. Wishart, Forrest. Forrest has it stolen away by Lane. Picked off by Carlson. Lovejoy near side, held on to it a little bit too long. Got poke checked away and sent out to center. Little, Lane. Lane gets stood up. Little comes away with it, takes it down the other direction. Centering pass, Hockett can't get a handle on it. It'll come all the way over to the near side boards. She tries to drop it off for Lovejoy, but it finds its way out to center. Lovejoy, Lane. Tries for the slap that goes back behind the net. Held up by Lane near side, or far side. Taken down and in. Forrest slams it off the wall. It'll go the other direction. Earhart and Hendrickson. Earhart's going to get the shot off. Kottke will get the save, and Hendrickson will clear it back out. Shirley near side, down in, has a poke checked away by Forrest. And now Trombley has it near side, down and in. Shot, save made by Kottke. Up the near side wall, Lane has it stripped away by Marsh and cleared out by Hendrickson. To Carlson, center ice, dump back into the Moorhead zone. It'll end up at the far side corner with Ekman. Around to the near side to Hendrickson. Hendrickson chips it ahead. Lane will have it just inside the neutral zone, crosses the red, carries it in near side. Backhand shovels it down into the corner. Everett goes after it. Centering pass, turned away. Hockett will pick it up on the far side corner. Brings it around up. .57 second period. The Spuds have regained their 2-goal lead. Face off out at center. It's going to be Trombley and Shirley, controlled by the Spuds. Little will have it near side, ahead to Hockett, or ahead to Shirley. Can't get a handle on it. Sent right back out by Carlson. Lovejoy inside of her own zone, backhands it. It's kicked back the other direction by Trombley and sent back out through center by the Spuds. Dumped in Wishart. Lovejoy sends it around behind the net. Controlled on the near side by Wishart. Or Forrest, excuse me. Held up along the far side wall. Earhart and Lovejoy fight for it. Lovejoy comes away with it. Tries to flip it out. Carter and Stobzak fight for it far side. Shirley comes in to help. Now Earhart and Lovejoy. Now Stobzak and Shirley. Now the puck is going to come out behind, or to come around behind the net. Earhart Across, shot, kick save, Earhart, rebound. Puck is taken around back behind the net. Little is going to be back there to fight for it. Lovejoy steps in. Pocket comes away with it. Pocket up the near side boards, out through center. Tries to send it cross ice. It's going to be knocked away in traffic. Little steps up to get it. Dumped into the zone, far side. Carter goes after it. Shirley. Throws it across into the near side corner. It's going to be kicked out through center, or into center by Forrest. Sent the other direction by Little. Lee dumps it in. Picked up by Sophie Carlson. Sent out through center. That one will get caught. I guess not. That one kind of stalled out, and Eckert was able to catch up to it. And this time she's going to throw it the length of the ice. That one will get called back into Spud's end on icing. 6:48, 3-1 Moorhead lead. Shots have evened up at 16 for Grand Rapids and 17 for Moorhead. Face-off drops down into the near side corner of the Moorhead zone. Lane and Carlson. Puck ends up back behind the net. Lee in the far side corner. Neuer on the far side. Shot. Glove save made by Kotke. That will tie the shots now at 17. Face off far side is going to be controlled by Thompson. Shot will be knocked down in traffic. Cleared out to center by Eckert. Handled out there by Larson. Cross ice to Cole. And cleared right back out by the Spuds. Lane drives his zone. One-on-one. Takes a shot. Goes just wide of the net. Everett will pick it up on the near side. Centering pass. Taken away. Now Everett and Trombley fight for it down in the corner. Lane comes in to help. She comes away with it. Lane centering pass. Turned away in traffic. And carried out to center by Trombley. Dumped in near side. Grand Rapids is going to go for the change. And now Little is going to be headed to the box for checking. So that will send Grand Rapids back to the power play with 5:38 to go. And trailing by 2. Face off far side of the Moorhead end is going to be sent. Puck will be sent right out to center. And it's going to float just inside the Grand Rapids end and be picked up there by Carlson. Carlson's far side boards to Cole. Into the Moorhead zone. Earhart cross ice. Forrest takes the shot that goes off the post. Back up to Neuer. Or Carlson, excuse me. Into the corner. Earhart out front. Cross right through the crease. Shot goes back into the near side corner. Spuds carried out through center. Pocket drives the zone. Tries to send it across to Shirley. It's going to get knocked free by Stobzak. And into the corner. Eckert, far side. Shot right into the glove of Christie. Faceoff is going to go to the far side of the Grand Rapids end. Lane and Stobzak to square off. Lane is going to come away with it. Steered onto the far side wall. Stolen away by Trombley. Kicked out to center. Trombley near side. Backhands it down into the corner. Lovejoy will go pick it up back behind the net. Tries to send it ahead. It's going to be turned back the other direction by Wishart. Earhart looks to center it up. She takes a shot on her own. That'll go right into the glove of Kotke. .37 seconds remaining on the Grand Rapids power play. Face-off will be near side of the Moorhead end. Between Lane and Stobzak. Stobzak up to Trombley. Shot from the far side by Carlson. Is going to find its way in. And the Lightning will cut their deficit by 1 and trail by 1, 3-2. 4:09 remaining in the second. Shots have gone in favor of the Grand Rapids now, 21-18. Stobzak and Shirley at center ice. Puck gets sent onto the near side boards. Retzer and Forrest fight for it. Hendrickson will end up with it. Kicked ahead down into the Grand Rapids zone and turned right back out by Carlson. Hendrickson, near the far side. Puck comes free and out of the near side board to Stobzak. Beckman sends it back over to the far side. Carlson, shot, kick save made. Earhart, rebound. Again, kicked away. And now Ekron is going to be headed to the box to put Grand Rapids back on the power play. They're going to call her for boarding. The face-off will go to the far side of the Moorhead end between Lane and Stobzak. Handled down in the corner by Lovejoy. Sent around back behind the net. Little will have it in the near side corner. Excuse me, penalty was cross-checking. Trombley. Over to Cole. Shot. Blocked in traffic. Down in the corner, Earhart. Everett steals it away. Fought for by Forrest. Carried behind the net by Earhart. Centering pass. Shot from the far side by Forrest. It's going to get swallowed by Kotke. Face-off goes to the far side of the Moorhead zone between Lane and Carlson. Stobzak. Up to the point. Shot. Save made by Kotke into the near side corner. Handled by Earhart. Hendrickson. Earhart. Trombley. Looks to send. She sends it across ice. It gets settled down. Kick save made by Kotke. Everett has it stripped away by Carlson. Round back behind the net. Swenson and Trombley. Everett will come away with it and kick it out to center. 53 seconds remain on the power play. Back into the zone was going to be Stobzak. Cross ice. Earhart. Save. Kotke. Rebound is going to get covered up. Grand Rapids swears it was in. Ref says no, it wasn't. 42 seconds remain on the Moorhead penalty kill. Face off far side. Stobzak and Shirley. Be sent over onto the far side wall. Shot right into the glove of Kotke from Carlson. Face off will go right back over to the far side of the Moorhead end. 36 seconds remain on the power play. And along the far side boards, it'll be Forrest. Puck will be sent around back behind the net. Earhart. Centering pass. Shot from Stobzak. Rebound comes loose right on the side of the net. And Kotke will jump around and jump on top of it. 23 seconds remain on the power play. Face-off, near side. Shirley and Stobzak. Puck gets kicked over on the near side boards. Handled by Little, fought for by Earhart. Turn the other way, the other direction. Earhart tries for a back angle pass that ends up in the crease and is going to be cleared out by the Spuds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Puck gets set up into the Moorhead bench. Taken all the way down into the Grand Rapids circle on the far side. So Grand Rapids has taken a big lead on shots, 31-18. Spuds back in full strength. Puck will be held up back behind the net by Kleinfleffer. Felter. Oh, excuse me, that was Larson. All I could see was the 9. Larson carries it around behind her net. Everett breaks it free. It's going to be sent the length of the ice. Beckman's going to be able to run it down. She's going to have Cole coming up hard behind her. Puck will be sent back the other direction. Down in the corner. Sent out to Everett. Everett through center. Over to Lane. Lane, far side, drives her on one. Takes a shot. Goes high over the net and into the near side corner. Gathered up along the near side boards by Marsh. Sent out through center. Heckern is going to have to go run it down in the far side corner. About 29 seconds. Heckman tries to set it ahead. It ends up down to the far side wall. Shot from the far side by Stobzak will get gloved up by Kotke. Faceoff goes to the far side of the Moorhead end. Between Forrest and Shirley. Picked up by Carlson. Shot. Glove save made by Kotke. 13.1 ticks to go. Face off Forrest and Shirley. It's going to be won by the Spuds, controlled by Little far side. She's able to clear it out to center. Shirley will have it in the center face-off circle. Picked out of her pocket by Wishard and taken right back by Shirley. But before she can get a shot away, the buzzer will sound, signaling the end of the second period. So after 2 periods, 30 minutes of very intense hockey, your Moorhead Spuds are leading 3-2. And they're going to zam. And we're going to take a break and be back for the final 15. We'll see you again in a few minutes. As you can see, your Moorhead Spuds are rip-roaring and ready to go. After 30 minutes of very intense hockey, your Moorhead Spuds are leading 3-2, but trailing 32-18 on shots. Zamboni man gets the doors closed. Refs are coming. I don't think they're gonna have to let the Spuds go first. Spuds take to the ice. Refs take to the ice. I don't quite know what to even say about this game anymore. This has been the fastest, even faster than what we saw this morning against Brainerd. Grand Rapids, your biggest season rival. Winner advances to states. Loser sees their season come to an end. Grand Rapids returns to the ice. Spuds finishing their warm-ups. We've actually got a decimal meter in here right behind me. We've been pushing about 95 the last couple seconds. Both teams head to their respective benches. Grand Rapids takes to the ice. Krispy heads for her net. Spuds take to the ice. Kopke heads for her cage. Ekron and Hendrickson on the blue line. Lee and Everett left and right. Lane centering it up. Final 15 minutes of hockey is underway. Ekron ahead to Lee. Dumps it in, picked up inside the zone by Carlson and kicked right back out to center. Stolen away by Lane. Tripped up by Forrest. And the Spuds will be headed to their first power play of the game. Number 16, Haley Forrest, is the guilty party. Faceoff comes back down into the Grand Rapids zone between Trombley and Lane. Trombley wins the draw. Spuds end up with it. Lane takes a shot, goes just a touch wide of the net. Hendrickson will have it on the far side, down into the corner, looks to center it up to Lane. Rebound, kick free. It's handled by Wishart. Taken out to center. Carlson. Stolen away by Shirley. Poked away by Wishart. Held up along the far side board. Dumped into the corner by Lane. Along the far side boards, Wishart. Out through center. Is poke checked away by Shirley. Puck stalls out along the far side boards and will be flipped out through center. All the way down into the Grand Rapids zone. It'll be picked up by Neurer. One ref said icing, the other said no. I think it was because Neurer could have easily ran it down. Back behind the Moorhead net, Little. Along the near side boards. Off the wall. Sent right back out to center by Neurer. Lovejoy, cross ice. Picked up by Cole. Sent down into the corner. Swenson will have it back behind the net. Swenson off the boards, out through center. That one's going to make its way all the way down to the other end and get called back on icing. 27 seconds remain on the Moorhead power play. Face off near side between Stobzak and Shirley. All right, now that we got that all settled down, puck is dropped. Shirley wins the draw over to Eckert on the near side wall. Out to Hockett at center. Dropped off at the blue line. Eckman's going to send it in the corner. Eckman, top of the slot, tries for the shot, blocked in traffic. Taken the other direction by Wishart. Into the Moorhead end, near side. He'll end up back behind the net. And Grand Rapids will be out back at full strength. Through center, Shirley, near side. Takes the shot, goes just wide of the net and into the far side corner. It'll be picked up over there by Forrest. Fought for right along the blue line. Kicked out to center. Hendrickson will pick it up there. Chip back down in the end. Ooh, I think that one was called a little whirly. Face off at center between Lane and Trombley. Lane is going to win the draw. She'll have it knocked free by Earhart. Down into the corner of the Moorhead end. Earhart. Lane back behind the net. Knocked free by Trombley. Taken away by Lane and back out through center. Lane drives the zone, has a poke checked away by Forrest, and we go back the other direction. Dumped into the far side of the Moorhead end, into the near side corner. Lovejoy tries to send it along the boards. They're going to get picked off by Earhart and taken back behind the net. Four skater pile up right out in the middle of the ice. Puck will finally come free. It'll be handled back behind to the net. To Neurer, near side, shot, blocked in traffic. Rebound picked up and sent back behind the net. Evers. Lane. Flips it out through center. That one's going to go all the way down to the other end. That one will get called back on icing. Spuds are going to go for the change. 11:06, 3-2 Moorhead lead. Face-off comes from the near side of the Moorhead end. Stobzak and Shirley to square up. It'll end up with Carlson on the near side. Sent down the boards to Forrest. Out in front, kick save made by Kopke. Cleared out to center by the Spuds. Handled by Wishart, near side, brings it into the zone. Shot from the near side goes on to Kopke. She'll make the kick save. It'll end up back behind the net. Bretzer, far side. Was able to throw it out to center right onto the stick of Wishart. Wishart dumps it back down in. And that will come out to the center faceoff circle. As Grand Rapids was offside. Lane and Stobzak, center ice. It'll be Lovejoy to lead, far side. Dumps it in, picked up by Wishart. She tries to set it out. It'll be knocked down by Lane. Ends up back behind the net. To Earhart, near side. Out to center. To Forrest. She brings it in near side. Puts the brakes on down in the corner. Centering pass. Nobody home. Little. Tries to get it out to center. It's going to be intercepted by Trombley. Taken away by Lee. Lee and Lane going the other direction. 2-on-2. And they'll run in offside. Face off far side. Trombley and Shirley is going to be going the other direction down in the Moorhead zone with Trombley. Off the side of the net, taken the other direction by Ekron. Ekron looks to send it ahead. She'll carry it in and have it poke checked away right as she crosses the blue line. Trombley out at center, has it poked away by Hendrickson. Stolen away from Hockett by Trombley. Down into the Moorhead zone, it'll be Ekron back behind the net. Ekron ahead and out, picked off at center by Stobzak. And Grand Rapids will run in offside. Face off to the far side of the neutral zone, just outside the Moorhead end. Lane and Stobzak. Stobzak to Carlson, who dumps it in. Lane and Earhart fight for it in the near side corner, centering pass. Kick save made by Kopke. Spuds come away with it. Net had come off in the exchange. The faceoff comes back down into the Moorhead end on the near side or on the far side. Lane and Stobzak to face off. Swenson a little switch it up. Lane wins the draw. Little steps in to help. Lovejoy has it. Off the far side wall, Stobzak. Back behind the net, Earhart, Lovejoy. Earhart looks to center it up. Sent through the crease onto the near side wall. Everett is going to run it down over there. Out through center. Dumped down into the Grand Rapids zone. It'll get called back on icing. Face off to the near side of the Grand Rapids end. It'll be Stobzak and Shirley. Kicked over onto the near side boards, up to Carlson, near side. Forrest shot. Over to Earhart, slap shot. Kick save made by Kopke. Gretzer is going to come away with it on the far side wall. Over to Shirley on the near. Brings it in near side. Backhand intercepted by Stobzak. It'll go to Forrest in the far side corner. Picked up out at center by Larson. Taken in. Centering pass is knocked down in traffic. Second attempt goes all the way across. Shot from Marsh goes into the near side corner. Spuds are able to clear it right back out. Larson will have it at center. Set along the near side boards, flipped into the Moorhead zone by Earhart. Throws it ahead. It'll be picked up by Larson inside of her own zone. She'll carry it around back to her own net, puts the brakes on and goes the other way. Outlet pass to Marsh, far side. She sends it ahead to Trombley, who has it knocked free by Lane. Lovejoy over to Lane, near side. Lane sets up, brings it in. Everett runs in a little bit too soon, and the Spuds end up offside. Face off near side is going to be between Stokzak and Shirley. Jumped into the Grand Rapids zone, controlled by Carlson. Off the near side boards, Earhart. Earhart and Lovejoy push their way down into the Moorhead end. Centering pass, turned away by Little. Little out to center. Looks to send it ahead to Shirley. Shirley gets a stick on it. It's going to get steered down into the near side corner by Carlson. Carlson ahead to Earhart. Earhart, 1-on-2, takes the shot. Waffle save made by Kopke. Puck goes into the far side corner and gets sent around onto the near side boards. Little and Earhart. Side angle shot from Earhart goes off the side of the cage. Little comes away with it. Spuds are able to clear it out. Change it up. Marsh tries to send it into the zone. It'll be sent right back out by Hendrickson. Lane shot. Still at the goal. Lane put the shot on. Got a little bit of puck left. Hit the rest. Spuds take a 2-goal lead. Christie thought she had it, wasn't quite sure where it was, dropped, but it already found its way in behind her when the ref saw it. Grand Rapids controls. Earhart shot, save made by Kopke. Rebound picked up off the side of the cage, goes back behind. Kopke loses her stick, puck comes out to center. Lane. She gets tripped up, puck comes free. Grand Rapids is going to send it back down into the Moorhead end. It'll end up back behind the net. Eckert has her stick knocked loose, back behind the net. It'll end up, puck will be along the far side wall. Hendrickson. Pockets. Out to center. Lane, right along the red line, dumps it in. Spuds go for the change. Down into the near side corner, Carlson picks it up, sends it ahead to Earhart. It's going to go the length of the ice because Carlson couldn't get it touched up. And that one's going to get called back on icing. 5:03, 4-2 Moorhead lead. Faceoff goes to the near side of the Grand Rapids circle between Trombley and Shirley. Down into the corner, Neurer. Sent through the slot and carried out to center by Cole. Held up at the blue line by Marsh, dumped down into the far side corner. It's going to take a trip around the world onto the near side boards. Up to Neurer, shot blocked by Lovejoy. He'll end up on the near side boards. Slap shot from Neurer goes back behind the net. Hockett and Marsh fight for it along the far side wall. Hockett kicks it out to center. Dumped right back into the zone by Larson, and Grand Rapids will end up offside. 4:22, 4-2 Moorhead Spuds lead. Face-off is going to go to the center face-off circle between McKenna Stobzak and Brooke Lane from Moorhead. Spuds in control. Lee has it stripped away by Trombley. Taken back down into the Spud zone by Stobzak and dumped onto the near side boards. Earhart brings it around, looks for the wraparound, centering pass. Puck goes all the way into the near side face-off circle to Retzer. Retzer looks to clear, held in by Carlson. Slap shot. Earhart goes into the near side corner. Eckert along the near side boards up to Neurer, or up to Carlson. Sent down into the corner, picked off by Eckert, up to Lee. To Retzer, near side. Retzer drives the zone, has it knocked away by Neurer. Along the far side boards, held in by Eckert, or Hendrickson. Hendrickson, shot, blocked in traffic. Shirley comes across, picks it up, centering pass is turned away in traffic. And Hockett is going to have her skates pulled out from underneath of her. And Sophie Carlson, number 4 from Grand Rapids, will be headed to the box for interference. That puts the Spuds on the power play for the next 2 minutes with 3:13 to go in the third. Face-off, near side, Grand Rapids zone will be between Trombley and Shirley. Shirley wins its face-off. Hockett has it, drops it off for Lovejoy, picked away by Trombley, taken the other direction. Cross ice over to Marsh. Marsh looks for the shot, goes wide of the net and back behind. Lovejoy sends it back the other direction. Little will go pick it up back behind the net. Little into the near side corner. Looks for the outlet pass. Flip back off the boards by Larson. Hockett will end up with it. Little. Near side takes a shot, goes just wide of the net and into the corner. Swenson steps up near side. Swenson with the shot, blocked by Larson. Swenson and Larson chase it down into the corner. Back behind the net, Hockett. Sent the other direction on the near side boards. It's going to be thrown out through center by Neurer. He's able to cross the goal line before it stalls out or Little can run it down. Two minutes, 13 seconds remaining. Third period, 1 minute remaining on the Spuds power play. Face-off comes back down to the Grand Rapids end on the near side. Forrest and Lane. Puck held up back behind the net. Centering pass from Lee up to Hendrickson. Hendrickson shot. Puck is loose. And Christie is able to find it and able to get it covered up. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the third. 46 seconds to go on the Moorhead power play. Face-off near side is going to be Stobzak and Lane. Sent down into the corner. And kicked back behind the net. Fought for back there by Wishart and Lee. Pinched up along the far side wall. Puck will come up to Hendrickson to the far side. She'll send it back in behind the net. It'll be gathered up along the near side boards by Stobzak. Lane comes over. Knocks it free. Lee sends it down into the corner where Wishart goes after it. Go to the far side wall. Everett. Everett shot. Stick save made by Christie. Carried around behind the net by Wishart. Stolen away by Lane. Shot. Rebound picked up by Lane. Puck will end up back behind the net. Thrown off the boards and out to center. Ekman is there to hold it in. Spuds, or Grand Rapids back at full strength. 1 minute remaining in the period. Puck held up along the far side boards. Lane and Forrest fight for it. Grand Rapids comes away with it out through center. Little. Picked off, sent back the other direction. It'll be handled by Carlson, center ice. Centering pass, shot blocked in traffic, goes into the far side corner, picked up by Ekron. Out to center. Carlson. Grand Rapids playing 6-on-5, empty net advantage. Dumped in, and the Lightning will be offside with 37 seconds to go in the third. Timeout, Grand Rapids. So after almost 45 minutes of very intense back and forth hockey, your Moorhead Spuds are leading 4-2. Grand Rapids is holding commanding 39-24 lead in shots, and we have 37 seconds remaining in the third. "37 seconds to go, third period. Spuds up 4-2. Grand Rapids attacking 6-on-5 with the empty net. Kottke in net. Little and Ekron left on the blue line. Swenson Lane, left and right, centered up by Shirley. Spuds try to clear, shot taken from the top of the slot. He's going to be swallowed up by Kottke. 29.9 seconds to go. Faceoff comes to the near side of the Moorhead end. Lane and Stobzak to face off. Lane kicks it over on the near side boards. Ekron tries to clear. It'll end up with Carlson. Her shot is knocked away in traffic. Spuds come away with it. Shirley chipped ahead, down in. It's going to go just wide of the net. Swenson goes and picks it up in the near side corner. 14-13-12. Handled back behind the net is Earhart. Driving the other way along the far side. Little is going to pick it up. She sends it the other way. Carlson is going to have it, but the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning has run out of time. The buzzer sounds and your Moorhead Spuds are headed to state. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all those watching around the world, this has been one of the most intense games I have called. 45 minutes, your Moorhead Spuds have come away victorious by a final of 4-2 and punched their ticket to the state tournament. Up and down, back and forth all weekend long, your Moorhead Spuds have come away victorious and will advance to the state tournament. And Grand Rapids has seen their season come to an end. So that is going to do it for our broadcast season. All remaining games will be carried by mnhockey.tv. And I'm going to get a hold of my boss and try to make sure that I can call every Moorhead Spuds game at the state tournament. So for my camera operator, Lisa Swenson, I'm Seth. This has been a production of Krabby Toad Studios. We'll see you again next season or at our next production. Just hit that subscribe and like button. And that way you'll know when we go live. And we'll talk to y'all again real soon.